Wipe Day. New opportunities and of course new enemies. It is the day where all Rust players sit in front of their computer, the nose nearly touching the screen. This solo wipe will turn out to be a little bit different as usual, but for now I needed to find a building location. For the moment, the area I chose was still calm while players were logging on the server, so I used this opportunity to make a quick scrap run. In order to understand the problem which was about to come, let me give you a quick bird's eye view on the area. So here is my shit shack. On the bottom of the map you can see mining outpost with a road passing it. This should become my main source of scrap, which I desperately needed for BPs. At least that was the plan. What the heck is going on here? Please don't look in this direction. Oh man. What just happened? Let me explain. I obviously had new neighbors with semis. The server wiped a couple of minutes ago, but in this case there was no BP wipe, meaning these guys had already researched and crafted guns. What really concerned me was their base location, situated right between my base and mining outpost, making my progression a lot more difficult. And to top things off, these guys would take control of the mining outpost later on, killing everybody trying to recycle. So for now I focused on other things. Come here, big boy. The next morning I quickly checked out my neighbor's base. Overnight they had expanded quite a bit, including 2 external TCs. Oh, they also have silencers. Oh my goodness. Let me see if I can find the guy with the gun. I just got doubled, and I don't even know where this guy was sitting. Despite the loss of a bow, I got the name of his team member. So for now it was Dory and Tatarin. Auto turret, that's big. Dude, what's going on with these crates? I need to make a huge circle around their base. Oh, I made it home. Shotgun trap placed. Now let me introduce you to their third team member.
Bak ölürsün ha. Come here diyorum amcık. Bro come here. I don't wanna kill you. Come here or you die. Die motherfucker, die motherfucker, die. You son of a bitch.
After this incident, I had enough and decided to return the favor at some point. To my surprise, the moment was closer than I thought. Only 5 minutes after dying to Cat, I noticed that they weren't at their base, so I immediately ran back to my base to get some building mats. I hope they're gonna appreciate my hard work. It was already early in the morning, so I quickly crafted another sheet metal door and a window to fortify my home for the night. After griefing Dory's group, I somehow had the strange feeling that my base might be gone by tomorrow. The next day I logged on the server. There were 2 surprises waiting for me. First, I didn't get raided, and second, my neighbors had expanded even more, with the compound protecting their base. Before I could even think of something stupid like building in their compound, they came out to give me a warm welcome. I figured it was probably a good idea to expand my own base, so most of the day I spent collecting resources in order to get a decent sized base which Dory's group couldn't quickly raid. Bro, look at this door skin. It perfectly matches to the swamp area. Okay, this should be enough wood to finish the base. After my base was secure enough, I once again went over to my neighbor's base to check the situation. It seemed like they had locked off. There was no way I wouldn't check out their compound. Okay, that should work. I baited the first auto turret until it eventually ran out of ammo, but there were a few more to deal with. I just stole everything from their compound. They're not gonna be happy tomorrow morning. I was about to call it a night when I suddenly heard somebody farming next to my base. The next day when I logged on the server, my neighbors were already online, and let's say they weren't too amused about their empty compound. In order to not give them any further reason to raid me, I focused on scrap farming. And farming scrap farmers. Okay, I downed him. Oh, a DB! Later on I found another double barrel, but just seconds after that I heard gunshots in the distance. So with one shell and a dream, I headed over to the fight. I think it's this base. Oh yeah, it's definitely this one. Ah shit, he saw me. I'm just gonna camp up here.
Hello? He's still downstairs, man? He's still down? Yes? Okay. Let me in.
Nice, bro. You have AK, so you play it like this. Why?
No. He was sitting right in that dead angle. I almost got all that stuff. Oh. The threat was real. Dory's group had already raided a couple of smaller bases in the meantime, so I was forced to finish my base quickly. I really like this base design. You have the peaks on the rooftop, perfect view for long range, angles in the compound, oh, there's some boom going off. Wait, is that Dory's screw? Guess I have to find out. Let's full send it! My neighbors were on a raiding spree. One by one, they were taking out all the enemies surrounding them. It was just a matter of time until they came for me.
What do you need, bro? What do you need? Just tell me.
Loot!
You build your
I
fucking
need
TC.
loot!
You need loot. Oh. It's nice purpose to survive. I wish you good luck.
Uh-oh, this is not looking good. Overnight, Dory's group had paid me a visit. And although most of the valuable stuff was taken, there were still some scraps left in the base. They didn't even try to take TC. So I slowly started to take over the base again. While I was repairing my base, a new neighbor had moved in the area, so I went to investigate. How did he know I was there? I was crouching the whole time. Very strange. Shortly after, this guy was outside of my compound. After a little chat, we decided to become allies.
6 man, we have 6 man. Yeah, we protect you, okay? Friendly neighborhood.
As far as I could understand, he belonged to a 6-man group, and they were interested to build in the swamp too. Without doubt, I needed some help against Dory's group, and if that meant to share the swamp with a couple of other people, that was a good deal. The next morning, I went to check on my new neighbor's base. Gave them a collective door skin and welcomed new team members moving in. After a while, we gave each other access to our bases. I had nothing to lose, since my base got rinsed this morning. Look at this beautiful base. Now I just need to finish the roof and install electricity, and I'm done. Before finishing the base, I quickly ran over to large excavator to pick up some free metal frags, something I needed for my base anyway. In the meantime, my new neighbors had gone crazy building up a huge stone wall around the swamp. Okay, we got electricity and the battery is charging. Now we should have a fully functional auto turret. Of course I used the large furnace immediately for high-speed metal cooking. The next small project was to build a treehouse, so I went to work while the others continued building the compound. The treehouse looks so amazing with these lights. That evening we celebrated. Not only was the treehouse finished, but the boys had also built a complete stone wall around the swamp. My party mood was slightly narrowed by the fact that Dory and his boys still had a well-protected base, so the next morning it was time for round 2. Luckily there's no auto turrets this time. Ooh, what have we got here? No need to farm wood anymore, I guess. After transferring all the loot, it was time to see how far I could get into the base. So I crafted a tier 3 workbench in order to bring the sulfur I had farmed to use. Oh, that's core? I'm pretty sure TC is right behind this wall here. It was early in the morning. I was tired as hell, and so, unfortunately, there was no way I could get to their main loot room. But the next day I logged on just in time to see that my test drilling had obviously drawn the attention of a bigger clan. They had finished the job, and although I didn't get their loot, I was pleased to see that Dory's group got wiped from the map.
Good afternoon, Omar. See, my empire.
That morning my allies had been active as well, so while I was drinking my first coffee in the morning, I got a tour of all the new buildings in our compound.
Where? You
This is absolute crazy. Not only had they built several buildings, they had also accumulated insane amount of loot in just one night, which brought me to the point of doubting how legit these guys were. Thinking back to the moment I first met the leader, Mikey, I had already a questionable fight at the beginning. Another interesting fact was, although I was in a team with the other guys, Mikey never joined. A common way cheaters work in a group. In case they get caught, they can argue that they played solo. So far, these were just assumptions. I needed more evidence. That night I couldn't fall asleep. My thoughts were constantly circling around the uncertainty if I was playing with the cheater or not. If there is anything I hate in this game, it's cheating. Guys who use little shitty programs to make up for their lack of skill. Now, to make it clear, I am far away being a good player, but every time I die, there is something I can learn from it. So by cheating, you will never become a better player, because there is no learning curve. So if these cheaters sat out their game bans and eventually decide to play legit, they will figure out that all the other players will dominate them. And that is because all legit players learned over the time, and the cheater, well, he didn't. You see, so far I was kind of doing my own thing. I never saw them fight or raid. There were boxes filled with good loot, and I had no clue how they got all of that. So I went on an undercover mission to see if I could find anything fishy going on.
Yes, I got the yellow. I have a green car and the blue car.
Well, it didn't take us long to get into a fight.
Holy shit, bro!
Oh my god, what the fuck just happened here? These boys are loaded!
I'm 249.
Yeah.
It's that.
Later that day, they brought back some AKs and gave them to me. Of course I missed to see under which circumstances they got them. The next day I was determined to F7 report Mikey, just so that the admins would have a close look on him. If he was playing properly, there would be no problems and I could leave my doubts far behind. It was a couple of minutes later that Mikey messaged me on Steam with the interesting but not surprising screenshot. Now, as much as I would like to say it was me who reported Mikey, I have to give this credit to someone else. I was worried of getting some sort of ban association. Therefore, it was time to say goodbye. I hope you enjoyed the content. Please hit that like button for some extra support and catch you on the next one. Peace.